Good afternoon, friends. Stephen Benoon here with Israeli News Live, and I didn't tell any of the moderators I'm going live. So I'm sure all my moderators will be aggravated with me because I'm not letting them know, but quite frankly, I wasn't planning on going live in the first place. But anyway, sometimes it's a lot simpler, a lot easier to do it that way. By the way, right now I am loading a video over on our Patreon channel on Israeli News Live, and I think you guys are going to really find it fascinating. I'm going into the issue about Nimrod, and of course, where the elites are trying to resurrect his body, kind of going back into that subject once again, and even stumbled across some very interesting insights biblically regarding that. So check it out. I think you'll find it interesting. Anyway, don't know if I ever made that public from the last time I did that. Oh gosh, I don't know, a little over a year ago or not, maybe 2 years ago. But will definitely be an interesting video. Listen, this is something though, and before I go into the issue about China, I wanted to share with you real quick. This video here from Savage Daughter came out about ATF allegedly giving exemption to allow migrants to purchase firearms. I don't know what to make of this. I really don't. But I want to thank, I think that was my good friend, it was a Blue Owl that actually sent this to me. Thank you, Blue Owl, for doing that. Let's listen into this, and you tell me what you think.
So my husband owns a gun shop, and he just called me to tell me that the ATF has made updates to their background check policy, and effective today, they give an exemption to illegal immigrants to be able to purchase firearms. Now, this strangely coincides with California, New York, and Chicago making it legal for illegals to be police officers.
Can you figure that one out? Illegals can be police officers in certain states, and now they're doing exemptions on being able to purchase guns. I know we titled this about Biden, but maybe we can't blame it completely on him by no means, but nonetheless, ATF is allegedly giving exemption to allow migrants to purchase firearms. That's pretty crazy. I mean, that's flat out nuts, right? Also, too, Jackson Hinkle, this man here, he's really, I really appreciate his work on trying to get the word out, to expose the crimes that are being done in the Middle East. I'll just say it that way there. But Israel must really be irritated by his stance because they keep writing his name on the very missiles that they're shooting over there at Gaza. Over 20,000 innocent people have died. I was just listening to the IDF spokesman saying that, the Hamas always runs and hides behind human shields. That's the excuse for so many civilian deaths. Where are the citizens supposed to go? Every place that has been deemed a safe place to go to gets bombed. I mean, let's face it, there is no safe place for everyday Gazan citizens to go to. And the children that are terrorized by this relentless bombing and killing and maiming. You've got over 10,000 dead children and still climbing, so many buried beneath the rubble. And how many more maimed and wounded that lost legs and arms and operated on without anesthesia and stuff. Can you imagine the amount of PTSD that is going to be coming out of this war? Unheard of, unprecedented, probably in the entire history of the world. I've never seen anything more barbaric than what we see going on in the Middle East today. Also, too, we have Israel on alert for potential conflict as Hezbollah attacks air traffic control base. Let's listen into this here real quick. This coming out not from Israel, but about the issue going on.
Israel says that Hezbollah has struck an air traffic control base in the northern part of the country. The Israeli military announced the strike Sunday night and warned of what they called another war with the Iran-backed militant group. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is now in the region trying to tamp down any escalations in the Middle East. He is set to visit Israel this afternoon and has expressed fears that the fighting could spread. Israel says that the strike did not affect their air defenses.
Gosh, just now getting something else in here. Just wanted to just try to find out what's going on. Not really sure about what this is here. Okay, this is just where, okay, sending me something about my own video being posted on another channel. Anyway, here, let's come back over also to China. U.S. Navy sailor jailed for passing military blueprints plans to China. Looks like the guy's a Chinese national or some other national there. Wenhing Ho, 26, pleaded guilty in October to passing on information to the Chinese intelligence for bribes. Mr. Zeho was a petty officer working at the California Naval Base. He passed on information about military exercises, operational orders, critical infrastructure from 2021 to 2023, according to U.S. officials that have said that there. This is a very serious situation to begin with, because we already know that the likelihood of going to war with China in the near future is a very real possibility. These balloons that went over our skies here, little over a year ago, was intelligence gathering by China, preparing for a war against the U.S. We also know that there are Chinese troops over on the northern side of our border. They're bringing in Chinese nationals through the southern border. Easily can be assimilated into society. Even African-aged military fighting men that are being brought in through our southern border could easily assimilate into communities here in America, totally undetected, other than maybe their accent, because they do speak English. What's going on? What's happening? Why are all these things taking place? It is obvious that our borders have been lax and have been weakened in order to be able to bring about a demise in our nation. And of course, some of the things that I keep hearing about is that this is all going down in order to prevent, in order to prevent the elections from going forth this year in 2024. And then on top of it, I'm getting intel that we're going to see this year, we're going to actually see Taiwan and Indonesia be taken down by China. In fact, some of the latest intel I've been getting on that is that could happen within the next couple of months. That some of the intel that we're getting here in the United States about China's plans is that it appears to be that China is that close to the plans of taking down Taiwan and Indonesia. I kind of wonder if you get all these things combined together, Ukraine, Middle East, Iran, China, Taiwan, Indonesia, the Philippines, get all these wars going, drag Russia and the United States into a conflict, and guess what? It wouldn't be too hard for the Biden administration, and I say the Biden administration because Biden's too far gone to be able to be actively in his right mind to be able to tell us anything. So those that are running the White House and behind the scenes, they want to make sure they stay in power. What better way to do it than to bring about martial law, especially if our country gets struck in some type of war or civil unrest along the way. I'm Stephen Benoon. You're watching Israeli News Live. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being here with us. And the video that we're going to put out here on Patreon will probably release here in a few days. God bless you, and thank you for listening.